Come in, pull up a chair. Let's see what Scry awaits. A daily dose of inspiration is in the air. Well, I am fun. For me, anyway. Hello, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, a daily dose of inspiration, we are going to drop some ink on this scroll, scrying for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on some tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghosty here is, we have Ghost Tube kicking for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome home. I appreciate your time, attention, and awareness. Your presence and perspective is powerful. Let's go. All right, you know the drill. Two things that came up, before I get going here is perm smell and the name Evelyn. So I don't know if those things mean anything to anyone. Just as a reminder, we are here to create a portal to perceive in, less worrying about making a masterpiece. Always feel well to share what you see, sense, or feel in the comments below. Drop an emoji, whatever feels good. I appreciate any interactions with the channel. As well, the links are below to help Account grow, including the GhostTube app. No affiliation, just letting you know it's there. And as well, we'll flip it and we'll scry from the other direction, Danger. The other side. Scry tomorrow when you're ready. If you'd like to open up, or you can fast forward through. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time, thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning.
Electric.
There is our scroll. Sorry about the lighting. I feel like I say that a lot, but shadow and shine. Feel free to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time. Personal use only, though. Thank you. All right. Oh my. Can I actually make the screen
47
a little bit bigger so I can see? So I can see you with my pretty. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely getting the sensation of two parties working together to create this one, something. It looks like it's lifting off. If you're building a relationship, looking for a relationship, romantic, platonic, corporate, creative, whatever your manifestations and desires are, I feel like the other, magnetic point is coming together to help bring it into fruition. It's about to be released, like into the air. Because I'm almost seeing it like a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon that still is like tethered and tied down, and then once you're ready to take off with it, those will be released. There's also way up here. Okay, sorry, there's a few things coming in. Can I go back to the way I originally saw it? There's a face. I'll get my fingers out of the way. Face over here. It's receiving something in the third eye, but it looks like it's coming from a rock. Could be the mineral realm, but I want to say asteroid essence, like a rock in the sky. But I don't know if it actually is a rock. It is sentient, just like a mineral would be, in a different way, conscious. Okay, so that's one thing. I don't know if you were tethered to something that you understand is in the sky. Currently existing in the density form that we're accustomed to, so they're not in the afterlife. The other way I'm seeing this, the other rabbit hole it's opening up.
Not likely.
See this tall being. The face now changes and faces this way. There's a thought bubble behind me. Like, I'm not showing my thoughts. So this could be in relation to I'm not saying something, because it's still in thinking mode, clarifying. Whether this is in regards to relationships or manifestations, there could be a clearing up. There's something else I'm seeing there too. This really tall being, very slender, but look at their shadow. Their shadow is different than their physical form. This could be skewed, is the word specifically I'm hearing. Something skewed. And maybe that's what I'm trying to clarify. Even if it's, I'll wander, even if it's something I'm trying to wrap my own head around so that I can place it in my heart vessel to take off. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm still, I kind of want to say 50-50 on something, on how I want to go about that. Something about a hookah and a connected, okay, hold on. There's something about a connected line about something. So the way I can best describe this is I'm seeing from, say, this one space of void / creation. There's a kiss coming up here. There's a body. I feel like I'm in a nightgown, so I definitely feel like it's nighttime, subconscious state. And I reach up to this void space landscape to meet. This could be absolutely somebody in the afterlife, somebody I very much so care about and connect with them. Okay, so thank you. That's one. So if you are wondering if you're meeting somebody in the afterlife that you care about, that you have lost, but they're not lost, they've just changed forms, but you know that, but it doesn't help, you know, the heart, I understand. But know that you are connecting with them in the afterlife. Sorry, from this one heart, one love, one heart, one love, I'm going to say. There are 3 different ways that I'm coming into it in form. It's like there's 3 different forms about it.
Why is he here?
There's a man stepping forward. Maybe something about his teeth. And his hair, dark hair. And he might even have a birthmark on his face or a scar on his face. Maybe it could have been from a surgery or something along that lines, or it being very compassionate in, you know, when somebody's holding a funeral or something like that, the casket was closed, like it wasn't, you weren't able to have an open casket for one reason or another. Okay, so I'm going to plop into this taking off thing, because it's like almost like drone help from invisible forces of sorts that are helping something take off in a very, very balanced way. Whatever this relationship resonance that you are radiating out, preparing to radiate out, because there is still this thinking. I gotta write that down, sorry. To radiate out. There's still a thinking in the back of my head that wants to clear up the fog. And when I'm thinking of that, it's like I'm interacting with a very old aspect of myself. So this may be something that's an old way of analyzing that's going to bring about the same cause and effect type thing, because that's the I'm going to say the old equation that I'm utilizing. That's not to like wisp away the whole wisdom of it, but there's something about it. It's almost like to apply the healing that you've learned or the lessons that you've learned to not repeat them into this one situation. But the process is the embodiment of that. I hope that makes sense. I have no idea. Were you killed? To the gentleman, maybe with something on his face. He might have been. If that story is for one, thank you for holding space for them to hear that message. We have here excuse me, the star coming through in the cave of ice. This is unleashing that heart.
Inside.
The sun is in the cave of winds in my mind. Here comes the sun. Beneath that is the King of Pentacles, but I'm going to bring it up to the heart as I heard to. Could be that gentleman. It could also be a partner, somebody you have in the afterlife. Could also be that man in the sky. I'm going to say man, masculine. You interact with the energy that's best afforded to you. So remember how I was even talking about earlier, it's like seeing from this like 3 different expressions of it. And then I'm talking about this man that was earthly, the mineral realm, and then this sky mineral realm, whatever the heck that means, but there it is. The star and the sun. It's almost as if, I'm going to say it, I feel like I'm on the moon, or something about the man in the moon. Temperance in the cave of rivers of how I'm feeling. If these cards mean anything to you, please follow that first, as I tend to read artistry first. Chad, something about maybe the name Chad. Okay, for somebody that's working on their resonance relationship with the brain, right, going back into this thinking bubble to the heart that's getting
Child.
It's almost like I am what is this? Okay, so there's an image in my head that's coming through, but I'm not sure exactly what it pertains to factually or historically, so let that all go. If you were, it's kind of like the hot air balloon thing, but I'm seeing it like a UFO. It's like you've caught a UFO, but you have a team of people and you've got maybe tied down in a net, but the UFO is like trying to get out of the net, because this UFO or this mineral rock or this consciousness, whatever it is sentient. It is alive and it knows it's caught. I also want to note, it feels like somebody might be learning how to drive this ancient astral. What is that? Oh,
I told him.
okay, I'm going to use the term astrophysics, or yeah, I don't know. It's like learning how to drive something, and before you're ready to take off, it has to be held down, get your bearings, and then it's like, okay, it steadies, and then they can release the ties that bind, the ropes to reality, to go and explore this. Cave of Earth is the lovers. If you have had somebody I'm going to say it this way. There is somebody in the afterlife. There is somebody in the astral. That's not the right term either. Atmosphere of the galaxy. I don't know. And of the mineral realm that loves you dearly. For some, this might be what you might refer to as like twin souls, twin flames. Maybe just an aspect of yourself.
Victoria.
Okay. All right, sorry. Let's add on a magic card. Like even like I'm feeling this connection coming together. I feel like I'm getting my bearings if I was driving this thing. Okay, so I'm also seeing it like Aladdin in the cartoon Disney one. Is there another one? I'm not sure. And when the genie's getting ready to come out of the bottle, it like rumbles. Or at least I think it rumbles the way I remember it. You're coming out of something. When I say something, it's something that you're thinking about, that you're going to be putting into action if you haven't already, but in step by step. There's a sloth here. He's like a ninja sloth. It's kind of like the turtle and the hare thing. Make no mistake, that slowness does not necessarily equal lethargy, less than, because it's almost like preparing the skill for speed. Oh, we have the sun again. 20. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Yeah, so I don't know what it is that you're doing. On the bottom, we have air. Work with the element of air to see the truth, which is, for me, all about in this mind. Before I go, because I don't want to keep you, but thank you for being here. I appreciate you and love you. For some, you might have felt, what are those, a chastity belt on your lower root, sacral, solar plexus, okay? Also, if you can take those 3 root chakras,
It's warm.
place them above the crown of the head. Another fundamental, like ladder starting of reality. I know that we wouldn't call them that. I don't know if they're soul star or gateway chakras, but I'm seeing them as reflective. Root, again, sacral, solar plex. So there's been like this chastity. Is that what chastity belt kind of feel? It is breaking free from that because there's so much sun here. It's like the solar body lights up. Here's the funny thing. I promise I will let you go. As much as I say solar body, it's also like the moon beam body. The lovers. Those two. Solar body, moonbeam body. Okay. I will see you tomorrow. I love you. Thank you. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. And until next time. So much love. Bye.
Let me show you.
Cut the deck, not the cheese. The Empress. And the 6 of Pentacles.